Hi, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make the Transponster tote from Sincerely Jen Patterns. This is a new release. It's tons of fun. I had the pleasure of testing the pattern, although I made it at the last minute, so I didn't really get to give any feedback, but it's okay. We're going to promote it. So I used fabric from Fabric Therapy. That's this main print and this coordinate. I used cotton woven. My webbing, all my vinyl, so this accent vinyl and this clear holographic TPU, and all of my hardware are from More Me Know. My zipper tape is from Wizardry, and then I used basic waterproof canvas to line it. There's just a tiny bit of stuff I did differently. I didn't put the handle accents on, which would make it easier to grab them. So I probably would suggest it. I still could put them on. I don't know if I will. And then instead of doing like a exterior and lining for these pockets, I used clear, and I also did 2 of them. Let's see. I didn't use Duck of a Light for my lining, but I doubled up on interfacing for my woven. I would cut that out of my seam allowance at least on one of the 2 going forward, because this did create a little bit of serious bulk in these spots. I did have a little bit of trouble sewing this final stitch. I had to be very honest. I finished this at 3 a.m. before I left at 4 a.m. to go out of town last week, so it was a little tired when I did it. It's not a hard pattern. It's really fun how it comes together. There is one zipper pocket in here, and it's nice and big. There are 4 sizes in the pattern. There is small, medium, medium, and large, and this is the medium. So there is a crossbody strap that is detachable. It's also optional. If you don't even want to do it, you don't have to put the connectors on. I really like how the connectors are down in the bag. I did not do the like converter connectors on these that take you from 1.5 inches to 1 inch hardware, because I didn't have a 1.5 inch rectangle ring, so I just couldn't. It's really fun. One thing to note before you go in watching it and follow me completely, when I put my name tag on, I thought I was giving it a perfect placement. However, when I went to top stitch the bag, I stitched directly through this. So that said, this space right above your pocket is not a safe spot for your nameplate, because you're going to be stitching here. So what I did was I just went back in and back stitch, and then took the stitches out of there because I didn't want stitches going straight through it. Let's see here. The medium size could be, oh, you're okay, a donut carrier. Anyways, this is where he lives half the time. Don't show me your butt. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Let's get at it. I'm gonna go over the pieces since I didn't do a cutting video first. So we have these connectors for our strap. It makes it go from 1.5 inch to 1 inch. So we've got those with our 1 inch clasps. And then for your webbing, you need 2 pieces cut to whatever length the handles are for the size you're making. I'm making the medium, so I cut for that. And then you need your crossbody. You need 2 1-inch D-rings. And then we've got connectors for those, and stabilizer pieces for it. Then we've got our 1-inch slider. these are handle accent pieces that go on the handle webbing. And then there's one slip pocket on the exterior, but I'm going to do two. I'm going to do it on both sides. This is the accent for that. And I cut mine out of clear vinyl, which might have a mark on it, but that's okay. So this goes over the top of that. And then I have my two zippers cut to the sizes for the size I'm making, 2 zipper pulls. We have our exterior bottom, our lining bottom, our 4 zipper panel pieces. So I used woven for both. We have our exterior side panels and then our exterior main panels. So I did 2 layers of woven interfacing on these 4 pieces. I also fused the extra stabilizer pieces to them per the pattern. I'm not putting Decavillite on my waterproof canvas lining, so I beefed up my exterior a little bit since I'm using woven. Hopefully it works well. Here is my main lining pieces. Here's my lining side panels, and these are the lining zipper pieces. Oh, and I also have a zipper end instead of sewing a tab on. So lots of pieces, but we got this. Oh, and then if you want a name tag, I've got mine ready to go. Alright, so the first thing you do per the pattern is put those stabilizer pieces on. I'm going to get my crossbody strap out of the way because I find if I do that, then I won't have issues making sure it gets done at the end. So I'm going to I'm gonna put my slide piece on first. What I like doing is folding over this to tuck in the raw end a little. And then I'm just gonna stitch 2 rows here. Making sure I do a good back stitch, and in between those 2 rows I'm gonna sew at an angle to the next one. I'm so sorry because I know I seemed a little brain dead. These are the connectors you would use to go from the 1.5 inch to the 1 inch. However, you would have to cut a piece of this webbing and have a rectangle ring here that is 1.5 inches so that you could put the other piece at the end. The instructions are in the pattern. I don't have a 1.5 inch rectangle, so I'm just gonna make my strap normally using 1.5 inch clips. It looks cool doing it the other way, but I just wasn't thinking. Alright, so just making my strap like I normally make a strap. I was just like, man, my brain, it was hurting. I was like, something's not right. Well done, Brittany. Okay, anyways, after I make sure everything is how it's supposed to be, I'm gonna go ahead and stitch this. You could also use 1 inch webbing. You don't have to use the 1.5 inch wide. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a full X on this one. I don't know what it is. The last time I made a strap in a tutorial, I completely messed up how I did it too. And the funny thing is I used to make like dog collars and cat collars non-stop all the time. Like that was my thing, and essentially this is how you make them. So yep. Alright, that is ready. I can set it aside, which is what I love to do. Alright, let's see here. Put my zipper pulls on so I don't lose them. Apparently it's not my day. There we go. Alright. Those are on. So the next thing you do is you work on your lining slip pocket. I'm doing mine differently. So alright, we're going to fold this over and put it on here. I don't know what's on my, I think I like cut through it. I'll figure it out later. It's fine. Oh, I know what I did when I was taking the thing off the roll. I amaze myself. Okay, so we're gonna fold this over, and you can use double-sided tape, but I'm gonna see if I can get away not doing that. So again, the pattern has you do one of these, but I'm putting on both sides because I'm doing it clear. I feel like, why not? You'll still see plenty of the print since I did it clear. Who doesn't like extra pockets? Have you ever been like, that has too many pockets? Probably not. Alright, So because I'm doing this pocket clear, I did kind of skip a little bit of the steps, but the directions are amazing, and you'll be able to follow along just fine, I promise. Make sure that you have caught it on both sides. Looks like I did. Alright, now you're going to take the exterior main panel, and I think I need to snip my centers. So this is gonna go centered, and I think, one second. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to slide mine down a little bit, because I didn't sew an exterior and a lining piece together and have a seam allowance. So I'm just going to put mine down a touch. But that looks good. Oh, it's going to be so cute. Okay, so then you stitch top to bottom. Well, you can stitch it all the way around, actually. It's just basting, because you're going to be stitching over it again. I really hope I made that straight. So we're going to do that on the other side because we're doing both, but if you're only doing one, you're good. So I'm going to try to make that as even as I can. Okay, I'm gonna trim this extra off, and that's because the way I'm doing it, I figured I needed it to go down a little bit. But if you follow the pattern, line it up to the bottom. Okay, which side is going to be my front? Because I need to put my name tag on. I probably could have put my name tag on this. That would have been cool. Decisions are so hard. Like, Zero's so cute up there. But this is cute too. I'll have to put it over a pumpkin or Zero. But I kind of like this better. So I think I'm going to put it here. Now the top does get folded down. Interesting. Why is it so hard putting name tags on things? Like, it's such a hard decision. I should have put it on here. That would have been good. Well, I can't change that now. Actually, I could, because I only basted it on. I know what I can do. Welcome to 1 a.m. decision making, Brittany. So sorry. Okay, let's see here. It's just... Well, wait. I don't really want it there either. Okay, this is... Oh... Gonna have to do it. Gonna have to do it. At least Sally's still peeking out. Okay. Sorry about that. I just can't imagine, like, ever not putting my brand on something I made again. Okay, so I'm pulling the threads to the back for this one. And then I'm gonna knot these. I almost don't want to put the accents on the handles. But I feel like if I don't, I'll be mad I didn't. So these will get folded in on the centers. And then this will go around it. But I think I want just plain handles. I feel like I'm just changing things as I go, but this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it. Okay, so putting the handle wraps on, you make your mark and then you'll fold these in and you'll stitch it down, and then you would wrap this around like so and stitch again. It's in the pattern. If you've made the Guardian backpack, the top is like that. I was gonna say it's in the Could It Be Any Clearer, but you don't fold this in, but you do the accent. So anyways, we're gonna move on. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put our webbing like so and stitch it. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. Alright, so there are different measurements for each size. So as you're doing this pattern, make sure you're paying attention each time to your size you're making. Jenny did a great job in the pattern because each size has its own color, which is so amazing and helps me so much. Alright, let's see. So we can put some tape on the ends here to help us hold it in place. Just make sure you're putting it on the same side for each one. And make sure you're not putting it too far up because you don't want the stickiness to show. Be a mess. Alright. So. Did I not center my pocket? Oh boy. What did I do? It doesn't quite cover. I think I'm gonna have to go in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take mine in a touch. Which is fine. Make adjustments if you need to. This part isn't going to make or break it. Okay. So this will be enough to cover that. You want to catch your slip pocket when you stitch up the side. And then oh, I just realized I'm looking at measurements on there, but I wasn't paying attention to the size of my bag. Okay, so make sure you cover your slip pocket, and as long as you do that, you should be good. Okay, I think this side, sorry about this. Okay. So in the diagram, it has you stitch just above that. So that's what I'm going to do. You're going to sew a box. I'm going to backstitch just a touch the start and the stop up at the top. Just for a little bit extra reinforcement. I'm going back down. Okay. So make sure that everything got caught in there. Probably could have backstitched a little here too. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to make sure that my handles match up in placement, because mine is slightly off what the pattern says. And when you're doing this too, make sure your handles aren't twisted up. Yeah, I'm off by a bit, but this is how they're gonna match up. Okay, I need to move this side over. There we go. Okay. Looks good. I'm gonna try a little back stitch right there on this side. Sorry. Alright, just to verify. This is cute. I like the handle just being like that too. Alright. we have to put the bottom on, so I'm going to skip a couple steps and do that first. Because why not? Why not? Okay, so we're going to stitch this through, stay out of the deckable hopefully, and then we will press it away from the main panel with the seam allowance towards the bottom and top stitch. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side too. Alright, clipping this on to sew. Had to take a picture and admire it real quick. No shame. So again, we're folding it down and we're pushing all that seam allowance to the bottom. So this is a decent chunk of stuff to stitch through, but we're gonna top stitch it. And just make sure as you're going that your seam allowance is all where it's supposed to be still. Okay. Same thing to the other side. I'm gonna lose my project. Okay, out of the way now. This is looking cute. Ah, I love it. Alright, what do we have to do next? Let's see. We're going to mark the center of our crossbody connectors. some double-sided tape. And then we're going to fold that into the centers. And looks like it doesn't get stitched, but I like top stitching my connectors. Yeah, so in the pattern you just fold this over, put the D-ring on it and fold it, but I'm going to top stitch mine. Okay. Put your D-rings on. Make sure that the raw side is on the inside. So you can base this here. And then our exterior side panels, I'm going to mark my center. And then face down. Clip those on. And then we're going to base these on also. We need to take our pattern piece, and there is a dart, and that needs to be marked. I don't know where my normal erasable pen is, so is thunder, if you can hear that. Try not to put the marks on this too strong. Donut's sleeping in the chair next to me and it woke him up. He's back asleep. Alright, so we have our darts. Okay, and we need our center for the bottom. And then we do the same with the lining side panels. We have to mark them as well. I like doing this on patterns with darts. I just cut the one line and fold it over, so that way when I'm cutting with the pattern piece, I don't have to worry about this being missing or trying to cut it out when I shouldn't. Come on. So we've got all of those marked. So we're gonna fold and then sew directly on the lines we marked. And then we're gonna trim seam allowances. Okay, so we're doing this on lining and exterior, so you just match up the lines. What I like to do, because I know I'm doing a bunch of it, instead of doing them one at a time, I like to clip them all and then just go to town. Make sure you're folding right sides together. Right. So now that I've done this, I can kind of chain stitch them together some. I'm just leaving this one on for a second so that I don't have to worry about my threads nesting at all. Now I can cut it off and do the second one for it. And when you fold too, the point should match up. And then once you've sewed them, before you trim the seam allowance off, if you want to, you can look at both sides and make sure you caught like the line on both, and if it's off too much, and it bothers you and you think you need to fix it, you can. Alright, so we're trimming the seam allowance off of these now. Okay, so now this is where you would have put the bottom on the exterior. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I should have made center markings on my main panel and I didn't. So I'm gonna do that real quick and lose my panels. Whoops. Alright, I got the pieces I dropped. I set one to the side. So, we're going to line up our center markings. And start clipping at the bottom. Up the top. Up the top. At the top. I don't know. What are words? And then I'm going to go to the other side. And work way down there. I was thinking this bag wasn't going to be very big. But now, I'm like, I think it's going to be a good size. My friend Lauren made the large. It was pretty large. But it's awesome that there's all of those options. Excuse me. Alright. So I'm thinking my pieces aren't going to match up perfectly because I think my pattern printed like the smallest touch of scale incorrectly. And these pieces I cut off of measurements, but the side panels I cut off the pattern piece. But we're gonna make it work. It's not different by much, and I think I've got it so that it fits really well. Okay, so we're gonna stitch around here, and then we're going to repeat on the other side, and then we're going to trim our seam allowance down, and then we'll set this aside after that for now. As you're going, just make sure everything is staying lined up. I think I probably should have used some staples there. I think it'll be all right. Just take your time. Mine ended up shifting just a touch shorter right there. I think because this piece wasn't quite big enough, but it's okay. And I can adjust for it later. Alright, I'm gonna repeat to the other side. See if get this to match up even better this time. I think so. Yeah, just like a couple staples right here would be real good. I know where my stapler is. It's out of staples. It's really useful that way. It's fine. The stiletto really helps too, because you can really push the fabric together and grab it. You see, it's just doesn't want to behave right there. It did it again. I think it'll be okay. But next time, I'm going to make sure I have staples. Oh no. I thought my needle was down and it was not all the way. It's okay. Fixed it. gonna make sure, yeah, nothing's too bad. It's shifting on the corners on me a little bit. But everything looks alright, so I'm gonna trim down the seam allowance a little bit. So we can set this aside. Alright, we're gonna do our zipper pocket. So, let's see here. Okay, this is a pretty big zipper pocket. We're birthing the bag through it. I'm gonna take my zipper template. This is a 10-inch one. Right. So there's measurements for where to put this at. All right. And you can run out of bobbin at any time. Did I really use a whole bobbin? No. No, I did not. I was like, that just doesn't seem right. It's all messed up. Okay, what I was saying is you can follow a pattern exactly how the zipper pocket is made, or you can always use your favorite method. What happened? Okay. So, I don't sew all the way around the box. I just sew 2 lines. But then when I'm cutting, I still V to the corners. All right. And we're, like I said, did I say? I don't know. Anyways, we're birthing the bag through this pocket, so we'll be leaving it open, which makes it real nice that it is such a big zipper pocket. I'm just holding as much as I can before I get to the corners. And then sometimes I like leaving this set for a couple minutes or so with the clips on it to like press it. You can use an iron with steam, but I really don't like ironing the waterproof canvas. Alright. Make sure that is centered. Just gonna clip it right there. And then I'm gonna start right after the zipper pull. I know, it probably seems weird that I just put all those clips on and then I just took them off, but it really does help crease it without having to mush everything with my fingers so much. And then once you're far enough, make sure your needle's down. I kind of take the outside foot and let it go in between the zipper teeth and the fabric, and it's been working pretty well. It's just hard on the corners. That looks pretty good. Alright, so right sides together for the lining pieces. I am being very aggressive with my clips today. So I'm clipping the top and the sides. And then on the bottom, I'm going to fold it up about 1/2 inch. Alright, now we're gonna sew the sides and the top. And then we can hold this open like this. And then just give that a finger press. Move my zipper open some. Okay, so like we did on the exterior, we're going to take our main pieces and our bottom, and I'm going to make my center marks before I go anywhere else with this. Okay. Looks like we are top stitching this. Repeat with the other side. Okay, and then we mark the centers. I don't think I marked the centers. Yeah, I didn't. Alright, so I need to mark the centers on my lining. Side panels. Okay. And then, oh, we're going to set the lining aside for now. My bad. Okay. We have to make our zipper panel. Okay. So we're going to fold in all of the edges a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to make a mark 1 inch on each of them. I'm going to use some double-sided tape to fold it in. And we do this on both ends. Okay. Not the greatest lines, but this pen is not exactly for the fabric like I'm using it, so it's fine. I'm putting the tape up close to the line. And then folding each one up. Same thing for this side. Now we can trim them apart. Okay. We're gonna take the zipper. We're gonna fold it and 90-degree it. I don't know where my lighter is right now, so I really am just folding it this time. Okay, I want to make sure that does not. Okay, so I want this to fold like this. Okay, yes. Gonna clip this on here. And then we're gonna put a lining piece. So you want the zipper face down to whatever you want as your exterior piece. This is supposed to be a 3/8 inch seam allowance, but I have a real hard time doing that with zippers, so I'm doing a 1/4 of an inch. Okay, then this gets folded out. Then you can baste and top stitch all the way around. We're going to repeat the same thing for the other side. And this is how it should look. So I'm going to fold this down. Then I just lined it up as best I could. Definitely looks even. Put our lining piece. then we're going to fold this side open just like we did the other and top stitch around. So if you're going to do the zipper tab, you could do that now. I'm going to go ahead and put my zipper end on. There have been too many times where I just didn't finish my zipper. I actually sold a bag that didn't have a zipper end on it, but I told them, I said, I realized that I didn't have a zipper end. If you want to buy it, I can put it on and ship it to you. And they're like, no, that's fine. And they said that they were giving it to their mom and she sews. And I was like, well, it's really easy to put on. And she's like, oh, it's okay. And I was like, well, please email me your address so I can at least ship you the zipper end. So, yeah. This is why gotta do this right away. So I just folded it in 3 and I used tape to hold it together. You can use glue in them if you feel it's necessary too. Okay, so let's make some center markings on these. And then we're gonna make center markings on the main panels of our lining. Okay, lining main with the interior zipper pocket right side up. Okay. So we're lining these up here, our centers. And then we're going to base this in place. And I'm going to make sure I keep this out of my way. I don't know if it's going to be in my way, but... Okay. And then we're going to do this on the other lining side. So now these are like this. Now we get to put the sides on. So same thing as my exterior. Mine aren't perfectly matched up, but that's because of me, not the pattern. See if I can keep these layers together better though. I think I did. It's difficult though, like on the exterior when you're working with a woven and a vinyl. Sorry. So on the next side, I'm going to have to make sure that I'm really watching to keep this zipper out of the way, but I think what I'm going to do is clip it so that it's bent that way. I think we're getting there. We're almost done. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. All right. So I think if you like flip the way I just did that before you get to the curve, I think that helped. Like adjust it. Hopefully I didn't make a pleat when I did it. It did not. That worked. Okay, good to know for next time. Alright, so we're going to trim our seam allowance down. Apparently I'm terrible at this. At least it's the things that truly don't matter. As long as you don't cut into your bag. Probably something I would do. The good news is we don't have any more pieces to add. Okay, so unzip both of your zippers. It's in big, bold, capital letters. Okay, so we're going to turn the lining right side out and put it inside the exterior. I want my bag to open on that side. Okay. Make sure that that is in there and out of the way. Alright. Looks like we're gonna line up 4 corners and then the rest, and then sew it together. Backstitch over the strap connectors, and then trim seam allowance down at the corners only if desired. Okay, so the lining is 2 inches shorter than the exterior, so don't panic, that's how it's supposed to be. Did I mention it's been storming for like hours and hours? I'm just assuming you can hear it. I'm pretty sure the thunder can be heard, and I'm in the basement. Okay, so remember how I said this was a little off? I'm just gonna line up the exteriors, or the outside panels, and compensate it in the seam allowance. It will honestly be completely fine. Okay, so once you've got your corners, you can start clipping the rest. I like to just give a tug so that everything is taut. Alright, that's a lot of clips. Okay. Here we go. I had debated moving to my cylinder arm, from this point forward, but I'm not going to. And I'm sorry because I know you probably can't see as much with that thing up there. Okay, so we're back stitching through the connectors. Think, yeah, I stitched through, okay, it's fine. I was going to cut it off if I needed to. Okay, so we're going to turn the bag right side out through the opening in the interior zipper pocket. So that's this. Alright, so push the lining and 1 inch of the exterior down inside the bag. So I do believe, because okay, sorry. Words. Okay. The stabilizer piece that we have in there, the 1/2 inch went to this seam, and then 1 inch is going to let us fold it down exactly how it's supposed to be. This is cool. I love how the connectors are inside the bag. I don't know, I might have to keep this as a Halloween bag for myself. Oh boy. Alright, I think I can go ahead and close this zipper pocket first. see if I have a pull tag for it. I mean, I have plenty of tags. Here, we'll do no risk, no magic. I don't have any, like, Nightmare Before Christmas tags. Okay. So we fold that down in. Alright, push that in there. Okay, close that. Alright, so let's get back to where we were folding this. So I'm going to put some clips. I was like, what's going on here? It's just bunched. Okay, so what we have to do now is I'm going to make sure the lining is laying in here nicely. Okay. So it says we're going to top stitch all the way around the bag 1/8 of an inch below the seam. So that's going to be here. Under the zipper panels, so down here, we're going to be sewing right here. And you'll have to move the handles out of the way, so you'll have to move them down. Oh, good. They are just going to miss. And then you're going to want to make sure this is moved out of the way too. It says the top stitching should be 1 1/8 inch down inside the bag. And then after that, you top stitch the very top of the bag. Okay. Here goes nothing. I think I'm gonna start in the seam over here. And I'm gonna do a 5 for this top stitch. Okay, so handle is out of the way underneath, and the zipper panel is up. We're going under it. Handle again, it is out of the way. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Making sure that my needle is down. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to use a hump jumper, and I probably should have for that seam. Okay, you just want to make sure everything is lying flat everywhere. So right here we just stitched on to the connector again. I'm gonna move the camera real quick so you can see more. Hopefully this is a better view. I'm gonna try to keep my head out of it as much as I can. I don't usually use my favorite pretty rulers as home jumpers, but okay, so handle is out of the way, and we're going under the zipper panel. Everything is nice and flat. I'm gonna trim these threads before I get to them. A lot going on right here. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing wrong. Oh my gosh, that's a problem. I did not think about that, did I? That sure stinks. I don't want that going through there. It's gonna leave marks though. I think what I'm going to have to do is just do a back stitch here and a back stitch here and take these stitches out, because I think that's my only option, truthfully. Okay, so I really should have put it on here. That definitely would have been the best thing to do, but we didn't know that. It happens. Okay, so you know now. I will just fix that later. Okay, so now we're top stitching the very top, and we're going to make sure everything is out of the way this time. So, make sure everything's out of your way. I even folded it down to make sure it would be in the right spot. Okay. So, now it gets a little interesting. It says push one side panel into the bag. I feel like pinch the exterior and lining together at the seam and use sewing clips to hold in place. Make sure the lining is smoothly clipped into the seam. So we want to catch the lining and the exterior. With the side panel facing up, sew through all layers. Alright, so this is the end. So yeah, we have to make sure our lining and exterior is matching up. So a little bit thick. this is all folding in. I think for the bottom, like down here, as long as you've caught your lining here, you should be good. Okay. Here goes nothing. I feel like this is the scary part. So I'm going to start down just a little bit, because that's really thick right there. Hopefully, I'm not in the way. Trying really hard to not get a pucker right here. Oh boy. Yeah, I got a pucker right there. This is not the prettiest stitching I've ever done in my life. I think I can probably fix it. However, I will have to do that later because I'm on a little bit of a time crunch right now. So I'll finish it and then fix it later. I think if I would have done this on my cylinder arm, it would have been a lot easier. Yes, I just throw them now. Okay. Round 2. It's really hard to stay on the seam allowance. Okay, I think the stiletto helps. I should have used it on the other side. Okay, I was about to break my needle there. Okay, I think this is where I ended up with the pucker on the other side. Alright, I got a pucker there again. So, I'm gonna say, for this bag, you probably want to do a practice before making one that, like, really, really matters. It's still really cute. Just got a couple little issues. I don't want to call them flaws. Call them features. But it's really cute. So I didn't do the things you might prefer to. But I really like these clear slip pockets. I'm glad I did them on both sides. Anyways, hope you enjoy. Let me know if you make one. Congrats again to Jenny on another awesome pattern. It's really cute. I just need to practice a couple things, and I think I can make it amazing.